start recording?
Yeah.
What is the area covered by the camera?
Your screen and the side.
Oh,
Yeah.
up to there. Okay, thank you. Okay. Okay, hello everybody. Hello. Thank you for coming today. And we wish that this big day is very beneficial for every one of us to learn at least one new thing. And because of that, we have this training and work together on how to revolutionize our assessments to integrate or use AI to auto-generate questions based on our content. Hello.
Put the sheet here.
Yeah, okay. So you can see. Later on, just access, just log into your account and then the mandatory step is to log into your account. This is the next step. Okay. Don't worry about that. Okay. So we will use AI to auto-generate questions based on our content. The traditional way, thank you, to create a question was I have to prepare first my question, on Word document, using Word document or any word processing document. Then I have to go to D2L, then create them one by one. At least each question takes at least 5 minutes, 10 minutes, depends on my content. So this is the old traditional way. The new traditional way is going to ChatGPT, DeepSeek, whatever it is, and ask him using a prompt to generate questions. This is also a new traditional way. The new innovative way is to use something called Lumi in D2L to auto-generate questions, and which can reduce our workload up to 80 to 90%. Yeah. So instead of creating 10 questions, with 1 hour, you can create 10 questions within 5 minutes. And you can create them also based or using the Bloom's taxonomy level. So this is the new innovative way. So you can use these questions if you want using diagnostic, for example, assessment, formative, summative. It's up to you. You can do it just to test students' knowledge before, in the middle, after, whenever you want. Okay, so first we need to log in to D2L, then access any course you teach. I'm using Creator Plus Lumi H5P Sandbox is just for training purposes. But what I'm doing here, what I will do here, you can do in any course you teach. And I prefer to use your courses, just because you know the content of that course. And you already uploaded PowerPoint or document or any web page. So you have an existing content that you can use to auto-generate questions. Okay? Everyone has logged in to waiting? Yeah. Okay, I can repeat these steps. So after access to D2L, select a course of your courses. Then we need to select assessment, then quiz. Okay?
Can I recycle an old quiz? No.
Recycle? What do you mean by recycle?
I have a question. No, I have. Okay, never mind.
Well, I think he says we're going to upload content and it's.
Oh, you can upload content, but if you want to
create
upload
quiz, yeah.
Upload your quiz. If you have an existing quiz, you can use it. Yeah, but not to auto-generate. If you have content, you can.
Yeah, it's okay. That's the purpose.
Okay. Just please log into your account then D2L. Just let's stop like let's wait 1 minute. If you have any questions, just
So basically, you have to upload any content that you are teaching, and this Lumi will
upload or using of an existing content. For example, in my case, yeah, for example, I uploaded like this PowerPoint, your presentation, for example. You can upload Word document, web page, normal web page.
Any document.
Yeah. Or you can copy and paste if you have an existing content on your computer.
Or you can upload images. You can upload images.
To question library in this way. No.
No.
It's like in PowerPoint, you need just like some. Yes. Just please access your account, then D2L, please. Okay. Use UDST backslash to access to UDST.
So then it has to be PowerPoint.
Yeah, but it's not like Lumi needs like words. It doesn't work with like, because of that, we will see later, we cannot like upload with PDF because some of PDFs are just scanned images.
Yeah, but I mean, even if you don't PowerPoint, there won't be images in
I
PowerPoint.
mean, yeah, if it's full of images,
For real.
it will read it, but it doesn't work that effectively.
It has to be written. Then what
Written word,
the
yes.
most effective.
The best way is written word. What? Not word document. PowerPoint, for example, if you have PowerPoint.
The photo is not the problem. The problem is when the writing is part of the photo, then it will see the legend.
Yeah, it hasn't.
But if you have writing next to the photo, it's not a problem.
And that's not the
Yes, it is part of the image, it's not.
So please access your D2L, then we will start like in 1 minute. What page is that? Is it possible? What?
No, it's go to any of your courses.
No, any of your
Any of your
courses.
courses,
Yeah.
go to quiz.
What I'm doing here, you can do in any of your courses. It's just like a sandbox to work for training purposes. If you like this, then access any course you want. If you scroll down, you have like, you have different interfaces. So I created this course, this sandbox for training purposes, just because I do some context. Okay? So we were talking about Lumi, which is like a tool, a new tool, integrated in D2L to help us auto-generate questions, to add them to our like assessments, our quizzes, whenever we want. Yes, using diagnostic, using formatted, using submitted. Whenever you want to push some questions to students to test their knowledge, to like give them some method assessment or whatever you want, just to test their knowledge. Okay? After log into D2L, just select any course of your courses that you have an existing material, because we need to add some content to auto-generate these questions. Okay? I'm using this course, which is like for training purpose, as I said, like. Okay. Then, assessment, then quizzes. So, your course, then assessment, then quizzes. Okay? If you want just like to watch me first, I can repeat the steps. Okay. Then, we need to go to question library, because we want to auto-generate questions. Where to store those questions in question library. We have a new button here, which is generate questions. Wherever you see this icon, that means this like an AI tool. Okay, generate questions. This appears, we have like, we need to select first the content source. We can add two content sources or select one of two. First one is the course content, if I have an existing content in my course. The other way is to add custom text. I will go like one by one, okay? So I'm selecting the course content, then select content, resources. I have some existing material that I have added before. Here we can see PPT, doc, or web page, but if I go to my course, for example, here, I have PPT, PDF, doc, but this tool cannot read PDF document because some of PDF documents are like just scanned images. So this tool works with like written words.
What if it's a good PDF or text, it's a regular text?
For now, it doesn't work with PDF. So you need PPT or doc or a web page.
If it takes a doc, then just convert your PDF to a Word document.
Yeah, if you can, yeah. Yeah. Okay, then I will select the PowerPoint. And one more thing, if your like presentation is more than 60 slides, it doesn't work effectively. But I don't think like you have like a presentation more than 60 slides. But 60.
That's nothing. We've got 300 slides.
So if it's more than that, it doesn't work effectively.
Just write it down to PowerPoint.
Yeah. So once I selected it, it appears here. I have like one more step, which is I need to select how many questions I want to auto-generate at once. The maximum number is 10 questions. I can't generate more than that at once. But if I want to repeat this, like if I have a specific document or an existing document, and I want to auto-generate like 20 questions, I need to do it how many times? Twice, okay? But some of question may replicate, so it doesn't work also effectively.
So you can questions out of 60 slides. So it's better to split them in half.
Yeah, you can. It's up to you. But yeah, if your presentation up to 60, 70, whatever it is, it can, or even like 2 slides, you can auto-generate up to 10 questions. For example, I will select 10 questions. Question types. We have multiple choice,
it's an AI.
Okay? What is the difference? We know, everybody knows like the difference, but there is like another difference. If I select, for example, multiple choice, the Bloom's taxonomy level, some of this like Bloom's taxonomy is disabled, like create. So I can't auto-generate a create level of multiple choice. If I want like to select true or false. So create, evaluate, analyze, or disabled. So it's up to my question type. This is like one difference between the question types here. The other difference, the auto like, just like if we want like to auto correction of questions, but the question type that we can do the auto correction are multiple choice, true or false, or multi-set. Written response and short answer are not like auto correct. Okay? Then we can select the Bloom's taxonomy level that one. For example, analyze, create, and wait like around 30 seconds. Depends on my content. Okay. While I'm waiting, I will do the steps again. Okay. First of all, we need to select our course. Then assessment, quizzes, question library, then generate. Okay? Okay, I have now 10 questions. If I want to save them, it's like not allowed. Why? Because review is pending. I need to review them first. Yes.
Quick one. This is not to be a PowerPoint presentation. Can it be a PDF file?
PDF, but you can convert the PDF to document.
You can work with 3 types of files: PowerPoint, document, or web page, normal web page. Okay? This is if you want to select an existing content in your course. But sorry, you can copy and paste. We will see that later. Okay? Paste text.
Did you do the?
Yeah. I will do it. Okay. So I need to review the questions one by one. So I have these questions. Okay. Okay? For example, if I'm happy with this question, I can keep and text. But if I'm not happy, for example,
Why are you doing this thing now after I've done my exam?
Yeah, me too.
yeah, you
I
can
use
add
compiled and rejected.
for example, not
I would like a long one.
what you can look at. For example, I'm not happy.
Either you write or you speak to him.
Honestly,
He's going to
how many courses? I have to do a lot of work because that's very long for
Select.
But this is nice.
The instructions. So
Let's do the steps before like you generate this better. I will do them again. And please do the steps with me. Just apply. Just select your course. Then assessment. Quizzes.
It's a really good one. I'm just getting through the
Question library. Then generate questions.
short quizzes.
I will, in this case, I will select an existing course content. Not resources. I just call it resources. You can call it whatever. Do you have like?
Yeah, I have a if I say course content, I can't see.
Okay, select content. No, keep it. Select content. Yeah, you need to select content first. This one. Okay? Select content. Yeah.
When you uploaded a file and then you chose 10 questions, when you repeat the steps and then you chose another 10 questions, does it start again from one, repeating the same questions, or it will continue by giving?
I can't hear the question.
I think they're too excited about it. That's why people are
So first,
You can at once auto-generate up to 10 questions.
Yes.
If you want to do it again, some questions will be repeated.
will be repeated.
Okay? That's it. Yeah. You can I will repeat this.
Add to that
Okay.
one. 10
Once you
from the 10
select
and the
the,
second 10 and the second 10. Yeah.
once you select the existing document, select the number of questions, multiple choice, Bloom's taxonomy level, then generate.
Yeah.
And wait for like 30 seconds, 60 seconds. It's up or based on your lifetime.
Actually, it's getting very good questions from my course.
Because we have some different levels of taxonomy. So for every level, they will give us 10 questions. So we'll be having 60, 70 questions. So we can choose from there.
there are many like
For example, if you want to start with number 4.
You can't, exactly. I was looking for it describes the drawing, which is sometimes you prefer if you can. But not if you
Ground, table, yeah, ground,
Can you
table,
repeat
pictures.
the 10 questions again? Save them, so you need to auto-generate. You can. It's good. But maybe like some questions will be repeated.
I had a pool of ChatGPT prompts.
Ask is there a way to add graphs or figures?
Excuse me.
No, it only it's text for now.
It's only text for now.
Only text for now.
So is there a way to add figures or graphs, or is it just only text for now?
Only text.
You have to set that up manually. You can add, you can import a graphic. You can
You need to review
put a
that.
graphic in and then.
So if you find like a question that
You can use it after your work. This can't do.
Yeah. But then that's the one that we're using for 2016.
Some of
for that.
You have to.
PowerPoint document with web page. Yeah.
Manually after.
Then I will start pending,
Better than that.
reviewing the questions. If I'm happy with the question, for example, this one is replicated because I just reviewed it before. Okay. If I want to edit anything inside, for example, I'm not happy with like what, for example, I want to ask. What is the stage, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. If I want to like reorder the question or I want to change this, none of the above. I can.
You can add an image here.
Can I also,
You can add more answers if you want.
if I want to put 3 options, not 4.
You can delete one.
But you cannot add 1, 5.
What you can do with the normal like or the, as I said, the old traditional way, you can do it. But the big difference is that the AI is like generating the questions. That's
How you add an image here? Do you want to add an image?
Add an image?
Yeah.
Add feedback. You can add feedback. You can
Click on
add
the
job
question
description.
text.
Yeah.
Click on the question text.
Here.
On top, the question text.
This one.
Answer stuff.
What do you want?
The question text.
Here on question text. You need
Insert image.
The previous one.
Insert image.
even you can equation
You
it up.
can insert image.
This one.
You can insert image. Good.
What you can do
Just insert
in the normal like question library when you create some question, it's simple.
So all this is only for online,
If
yeah?
I'm happy with
Or
this,
can you print
update and next.
for them to write physically?
If I'm not okay with this one, I can
I've only used
Only
this
online.
online.
Only online.
Yeah.
keep and next, for example, this
For
part.
D2L users.
When you say close this question, does it say no? No.
Update. Done. So, I picked up 4 questions out of the 10 questions that the AI gave to me. Okay? If I'm just like edit something to show this icon and they edit it, this like icon or this like word means that I have updated the question. If it's like this, just review it. I did nothing, for example, in this case, I did it. After this, I need to save the questions to this question into a section. Okay. I have 2 options here. Save to current section, for example. I'm here in the question library. If you see here the hierarchy of question libraries, for example, if I want to save them in the top level, which means the question library, I can just save to current section and save. But I prefer always to like create a new section. Okay, create a new section, for example. Okay, then save and wait like. So now we have the PD days training folder with 4 questions. Okay, so this is the first step. Please like do it with yourself now.
No, you're speaking too long.
It's done. Everyone is okay with this step?
Same section.
Anyone like would like to repeat it again, or it's okay? Okay. So now let's go with like some settings here. We have like the 4 questions. If I want like to order them, I can play with order. I can edit value. I can like. If I'm looking here, I can see the type, the question type, the points, for example, like 1 point. I can edit this one, and the difficulty level. Now, I will work with the difficulty level. By default, the difficulty level is 1. But 1 here means nothing, means just a value. The levels are from 1 up to 5. But I can like select or like update this difficulty level based on my judgment. For example, if I want to say the 5 at the top level of difficulty, for example, I can change it to 5 whenever like or wherever I see a difficulty of like one of the top difficulty questions. Okay? If I want to say 1 at the lowest level of difficulty, I can also.
But I'm curious to know that the difficulty level 1 is chosen by default.
By default.
So I can't just ask it to put it in the difficulty level 5.
Yeah.
But does it have the option to put that level?
To change it?
No, when you were assigning it the.
No.
No, we have to edit that part.
Yeah. They have to improve many things.
Exactly. There's a lot of things that you need to add.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's still safe.
It doesn't show the difficulty level of the question. So it's up to you. Yeah, you need to review the question because of that. Okay. So for example, edit values. So I need to select them. If I want to select all of them, edit values. So
Edit.
now I can
And then edit
change
values.
the points
Yeah.
of each question and the difficulty level. For example, this is like mid-level, this is top level. Two questions are easy. Okay?
Very difficult.
If I want
values.
to
And then
select that
choose the
this question as mandatory in the quiz, not here. So the student cannot skip it. Because in my quiz, like I can create like some mandatory questions, so the student cannot skip them. I can pick it here. Okay?
You can choose all of them and then edit.
Save.
So the student cannot skip it.
So this is like the second
If
step.
you
If
tick
you
that
want to
mandatory,
save.
they cannot skip it.
Just let me show what I mean by the mandatory. This is like a quiz that I created before. This mandatory. If the students want like to skip it, for example, submit quiz, it's not possible. Why? Because the questions are mandatory. Okay? This is mandatory. Okay. I will show you. Okay. Once you edit the value, you can select it as mandatory or not. Okay?
Is there an option to select all together?
All of them?
Instead of, yeah, picking one by one?
You mean the mandatory level?
Yeah.
Edit value.
If there's more than 10 questions or, yeah.
So you need,
Yeah.
look, there's no one tool can do everything for you. But we hope that they will improve like based on our like requirements. Okay? Then save. Is that clear? Anyone like would I repeat it for anyone? It's okay? So this is the first step to select an existing content. Okay? The second step or the second way is to copy and paste some questions. For example, I will open like the UTXT Just I will copy anything. Okay?
If a student works total of 24 hours.
We need to repeat the same steps. First step is like after going assessment, quizzes, then question library, generate questions. The second option is the custom text. We can upload up to 8,000 characters. You can upload more than 8,000, but it doesn't work also effectively. It's similar to the number of like slides, 60 slides. I will copy then paste them here. I don't know what type of question. Now I will select like true or false and understand. Then click. So we have 3 questions. I need to do true or false. If I want to update it, I'm happy with this one. So we have 2 questions.
I don't know if you can answer this. I know this is an administration question. Will there be a move to file exams on each cell? You know about the, you think there's going to be a move to do the final exams on each cell?
I don't know. I don't know. Really, I don't know. Do you have some information? Okay. So if I'm happy with this slide, I can save them to current or to create a new section.
One more question.
Save and new or save, just save. So we have now how to move them.
The question there.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then move. This one. So now we have them under the. Okay, this is the first slide, part of the training. Would anyone like want to ask some questions?
When I go to save it here in the section, it asks me hide section text from learner. What is this?
If you want like to hide the section tag, because sometimes like you have like folder and you don't want like to show that folder name to your question. But the content of that folder are visible. Will
Okay,
be
so I
visible
should
for
be
you.
doing hide section text from here.
Yeah, just hide the text, the name of the folder. That's it.
Even if I'm not clicking it, it's fine.
Yeah, you can. I haven't selected.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This is the step where I have my own questions, but I want to upload it.
Upload your question, your content, or your questions. No, we didn't like do that. Just based on the content.
Copy and paste.
Yeah. If you want to upload your question, it's like no need to work with this like tool. Just like go and click. Yeah. Okay. Okay. You mean your presentation? This is the first way of using the Lumi for AI. Excuse me. The next is similar, but it's like easier, I think. Yeah. The other way, if I want to add some question into the web page that I have, for example, if I have, for example, just let me show you. If I have this slide, normally, and I want to add some questions.
So these ones, like I had to go through
Like this one.
2 years for.
By the way, we have another training by the end of this month about Creator Plus, which can like convert or transform our like static page into an interactive one like this.
Then it can be improved.
So I can create some accordions or like tabular things, or if I want to create something like
As well like a classification.
So it was just a useful thing like that.
even an interactive like map game.
H5.
For example, similar to this. So I can show them some content. For example, YouTube video like this, and can. So this is something else. Like, this is like about how to transform our life, static or like normal content, or into an interactive. Okay. So if you want to add some questions like this into the page, okay. So for example, let me edit this page. What I'm doing here also you can do, for example, if you want to create a new page. Okay. Simple. Okay, create a new page. And I want just to insert it up. So this is a new page. Is anyone like familiar with this, like how to create a new page? How to create a new page under your like content. I mean under your website, your course. For example, this is a page. For example. like this, for example.
On the content.
Yeah, how can I add some questions into my pages, for example, to make the page more interactive to students?
Through H5P.
Hmm?
H5P.
We have two tools. One is like H5P, the other one is Creator Plus. Because Lumi is like under Creator Plus. Okay? So, okay, just like under your courses, you can create any new page. Okay? And you can like make it invisible for students. We have like this icon. Once we click on it, we have three options. The first one is insert element like the tabular one or accordion to create like just to change or transform our content into an interactive one. The other one is to insert practice. So we have some AI tools here. As I said before, wherever you see this like icon, that means this is like AI-based tool. Okay? For example, if I want to generate a question, for example.
The winner.
Just
Hassan.
paste it here. I will repeat this. So we have now this question. This is like filling the blank. Okay, if I want to discard the question, we will repeat it again. After we create a new page or we use like an existing page, you can go to this icon, then insert practice, and then select, for example, this. We get this like page or pop-up. Okay. Here, if we want like to generate questions based on an existing text, copy paste, then generate.
Yeah.
What is the difference between this step and the other step? The previous one. Yeah, I can like exactly. I can add some question into my page. The other one is like to create like a pool or a question like this.
How do you create a page here?
Content, under your content, create a new. Maybe you have like different interface. If you have different interface, this is the new interface. Just click on this arrow. Okay? If you have different interface, different like folders like, just click on this and leave it on, okay? Or turn it on. Turn it on. Okay? Yeah, create a new page.
And the same.
Okay? Create a new page. Then this icon. Practice.
So it's, yeah, it's appearing in the new version.
Then for example, multiple choice.
Page.
After multiple choice, generate question. But here look, generate question. So you can only generate one question at once. Okay? Generate, paste, generate, and wait a bit. Okay? So you have here the question. So you can add image here to what? To each option. If you want to reorder them, you can, for example, reorder them like this. If you want to add more like answers, you can do it. Yeah. You can randomize it. Yeah. And here how the question will appear to me. Okay?
No, I don't think so. Is it?
If you want to check the questions, for example.
So here you go, you know how to, you know how to.
If I'm happy with this, I can.
Open the new page.
Yeah? So you just click on new,
Yeah, yeah.
and then page, and then here.
Yeah, it needs a text here. You need to copy and
Insert
paste
practice.
the text here.
Insert that.
Okay. Then close it on.
Practice, and then you choose.
This is like how you can see in the edit or the backend level.
But to make it
Okay.
interactive, like you can make it as video,
Save and close.
something like this. Can you repeat?
Yeah, I will show you how.
Yeah, so here.
This is how the question will
So
be
here
visible
we
to
have
students
then
in
create,
English.
and then
Okay.
page. Okay, where did you go?
If you are like playing with the content, just make sure that
I
this
clicked
is the
on it,
hidden
yes.
page, so the student cannot like access
Create new.
this page. If you want to show them this page, you can make
Done
it
this one.
or
There's this icon, the pencil. Then you can
yeah. I
And then
created
you
one
choose
like this.
the question.
This is like a
Let's say
content.
multiple choice, and then you do the same. You put the question text. You paste the text here. You have to paste the text. And then yeah, it will make one question. This is text.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think after doing this,
So
as
just
base I
like
understood, it can
to recap
make
the
interactive
session.
things like from here.
Yeah. If you have
Set
more time, it's
element,
okay.
what do you want
If
to
you have more
do?
questions.
Tab, style, code, timeline, carousel, flip cards, or whatsoever. You can make the page interactive, the question. This is
Okay, just like
I need to
this
still
like
try to
three
see
dots.
how it works.
Edit.
Within this, how do you do that?
You paste the text and leave like
I think they are in the AEL.
this icon.
Yeah, he's in the AEL with the
Insert practice, and then select what type of, okay.
Yeah, I'm just checking the format options.
Okay, generate question.
Insert practice, right? Yes, multiple choice. Not pencil, for example. It's only text-based. Take something.
And the page,
What is the benefit
okay, this is like another, okay, I will this is like, I told you about the
I'll copy
Creator
some
Plus.
website.
So we can work it like here. I mean like this. Yeah, this Creator Plus. But I will show you like a quick. If I want to just one,
Okay.
I want to create something.
Create.
It's like insert element. So I can select between these two. Okay? Yeah, but this is like a different training. It takes like at least 1 hour.
What do you find the benefit of looking at the pages in each word?
You mean interactive pages?
No, it's here.
Why exactly? That's my question.
Right, it's called interactive page. So instead like showing that the student like a long page, for example, you
This is
can
the
make it
questions text.
similar to this
This is
one.
an additional information.
Yeah, additional. How you like to present your information to your students to make them more interactive. Okay? Yeah. So I will show. I don't know. I showed you here, for example, this map. Even in H5P later on, you will start by training on this.
But then, how did he make it?
This is also AI-based course.
How did he make
Okay.
it interactive?
What I did just like upload
He did it.
one as page, and he created everything from like a glossary, like cards, like summary, like quiz, and how many types of quizzes I can create. This is H5P, the next page. Yeah.
Accordion.
Yeah, we'll promote it as soon as we can. Okay? So, just to recap, any question before like recapping the session? It's okay?
Is it finished? Is it finished?
Yeah, okay.
I need to ask him how to copy and paste rubric
Okay.
to detail.
I will. Okay, select.
Oh, celebrate.
Without creating
Do you need all of that?
This one? I want to insert the Word document directly.
so we have this option, but I have my own rubric. I want just to copy and paste it.
I need to keep modifying that, unfortunately. Yes.
Will you share
Just I want to read the question.
I also try to upload the
Everyone
I know. I just keep on like a copy
Learn
paste,
from others.
copy paste. Same.
Yeah, but just like before, like everyone has signed up. Okay? Just
That's a nice one.
do it and pass it to your okay?
Lots of
Just do it and pass it to your
Only if I do it.
So we can use Lumi to auto-generate questions based on Bloom's taxonomy level, but we need to create first or to have some content. We can upload that or use the PowerPoint content up to 60 slides per one presentation. We can use document up to 8,000 characters. We can use also the web page, an existing web page. Okay, this is if I want to select an existing one. Or the other way is to copy and paste the text. For example, if I saved it on like before on my computer at the Word document. I can just like copy and paste them. I can generate or auto-generate up to 10 questions at once. And based on like one minute, for example, we have many question types. We have like many questions, many levels of Bloom's taxonomy. And we can also adjust the difficulty level based on our judgment. That's what we can do, okay? Just before to leave, we need your feedback, which is like very helpful for us. Just please scan this and make sure that you have access to your like account from your computer, because sometimes like if you want to have access to your account. The name of the session is Revolutionize Your Assessment, blah, blah, blah.
I think all the videos are available
On
On the first
Is
screen of
there
the
any
D2L.
possibility in the future there'll be more than 10
So you found
questions?
this for no, but we have seen it, but we never.
Yeah, everything is possible because they are improving it.
Okay.
They're asking me if this was ready.
What's
I
the name
would
of
say,
it?
what took you so long to present this? We could have used that.
Yeah. We did many trainings
Actually,
on
they-
this one.
they
I
advertise-
did like 5 or 6 times.
They advertised this before.
Yeah,
But the
yeah.
problem
I did
is-
it
the problem
by
is
myself
we
like
didn't
5
have-
or 6 times.
We didn't have time to
Yeah.
go to it.
Yeah, I know. Because of that, we are like re-promoting it. Okay, just like.
You find the name?
The other one's the creator. Have it as a creator.
Did it work for you? Did it work for you? Oh, it says almost it doesn't work with these.
Yeah, or I will send it to everyone as well, not live.
You guys, how you
Yeah,
Do you remember what you said about the sessions? What's it called, the sessions?
I'm here for 10 minutes, so if anyone has some questions, I'm okay. But please make sure that you sign this like document.
I'm so happy. This is the first time ever. Oh, thank you. But I was saying this is the first time I've ever been to Martin. In my this is the first time that
I always have
How to add something